This statue is the Great Sphinx of Giza. The statue was built during the Old Kingdom by the pharaoh Khafre to reside in front of his Great Pyramid and protect it. The statue was created out of limestone.
Yes, this statue is very interesting. It is the largest monolith statue in the world, as well as the oldest known monumental statue.
The story behind the Sphinx is also very interesting. The Sphinx was supposedly the guardian creature of the Great Pyramids of Giza. It is aligned with the head of a man, the head being that of the pharaoh Khafre.
Yes, it has a fascinating history as well. The Sphinx is a creature of mythology in both Egypt and Greece. In the Greek story, the Odyssey, the Sphinx is a creature with the head of a woman and the body of a lion. She was sent by the gods to plague the ancient city of Thebes as punishment for acting against the gods. She would prey on travelers that failed to answer her riddle.
I believe it went what goes on 4 legs at dawn, 2 legs at noon, and 3 legs in the evening.
The answer is man. Man walks on 4 legs as a baby, 2 legs as an adult, and 3 legs in old age.
Yet the statue also symbolizes power. In Egypt, the Sphinx is the creature that guards the tomb of the pharaohs. It stands tall in front of the 3 great pyramids of Giza, said to hold the treasures and riches of the 3 pharaohs, Menkaure, Khafre, whose pyramid the Sphinx is in front of, and Khufu, the greatest of the 3 pharaohs, as his pyramid is the biggest.
The statue also fits with a very prominent theme in the Egyptian time period, power and authority. The Great Pyramids of Giza steadily grew larger as each pharaoh passed on his rule. This was solely based on the idea that whoever had the larger pyramid was a stronger and more successful pharaoh, hence why Khufu is the greatest of the 3 pharaohs.
Likewise, the Sphinx also showed the power of the ruler. The statue is a sculpture in the round, as you can see detail all throughout the statue. The location is also very interesting, as it was placed right between the pyramid and mortuary temples to scare away the grave robbers that would come to desecrate the Great Pyramid.
Overall, this monumental statue shows the ability of the Egyptian people and the pride and power of the Egyptian pharaoh Khafre.
This artwork is 1,000 Peaks and Myriad Ravines by Wang Hui. Not Hui Wang. Notice the sublime mountains and the vast size of nature compared to the common man.
Don't forget about the connection to spirituality with that small temple on the right.
Yes, I agree with you. The Chinese focused a lot on spirituality in connection to nature in their paintings.
Actually, this is a hand scroll from the Qing dynasty. Hand scrolls were very popular among scholars in ancient China.
Definitely. And speaking of China, this hand scroll reminds me of another artwork. An Kuan's Great Travelers Among Mountains and Streams.
Obviously, the style of the artworks are very similar. They both compare the power and size of nature to man. In fact, you could say 1,000 Peaks and Myriad Ravines is directly inspired by Travelers Among Mountains and Streams.
This painting is reminiscent of my stay in China. I used to climb mountains and see the vast valleys and landscapes below me as in this painting. I think both artworks capture the national spirit of China and the Chinese people's pride in their natural country.
Oh yes, the painting has a lot of detail in it. It portrays a good use of atmospheric perspective due to the lack of detail in the mountains in the background compared to the trees and scenery in the foreground.
Wang Hui actually comes from a generation of artists, and he follows the tradition of copying ancient masters rather than creating original work. In general, I really like his work. I feel like his landscape paintings reflect his nostalgic attachment to classical Chinese aesthetics.
The next work we have to view is one of my all-time favorites, Fine Wind, Clear Morning by the Japanese artist Katsushika Hokusai.
Really, this artwork looks like another Hokusai artwork, South Wind, Clear Sky.
Actually, those artworks are the same because this particular woodblock print goes by multiple names, including the previous 2 and Red Fuji.
Yes, that makes sense since this artwork depicts Mount Fuji as the sun is rising, giving the uppermost portion that red hue, and more specifically was created between late summer and early autumn of 1830, where there is a small amount of snow which contrasts with the otherwise black summit of the mountain.
Yes, this view of Mount Fuji was one of 36 woodblock prints that Hokusai created for his 36 views of Mount Fuji. Another one of those views being the famous Great Wave off Kanagawa that Hokusai is most famous for.
Although the Great Wave is more famous, I like the mirroring of shades in this artwork a lot more with the 3 shades of the mountain. The dark green, light green, and red mirrored with the 3 different shades of the sky, the light blue, dark blue, and white.
Of course, Hokusai was amazing at balancing his artworks with the multiple shades of the print and the balance of the majority of the mountain on the right side, with the clouds balancing out on the left side.
Also, contrary to the Great Wave, Red Fuji does not suggest the power of nature over man, but merely the immense presence of nature in this print.
Oh yes, very magnificent. Another aspect that I like about this artwork is the ukiyo-e style of the wood print.
Oh, I didn't realize that this was an ukiyo-e woodblock. I thought ukiyo-e mostly consisted of kabuki actors and Japanese females.
Yes, that is a part of the ukiyo-e style, but the style also includes landscapes with saturated colors and stylized forms that Hokusai used, which helped contribute to the Impressionist movements decades later.
Wow, this artwork just keeps amazing me.